Welcome to the stream. Unsurprisingly, Paimon does not have her own dish, because she can only eat, not cook. And she's also trying to gamble with her wishes. Let's see how that works out for her on her next birthday, I guess. Today, we want to do more Tribal Chronicles, finishing off the Masters of the Night when we started a bit ago, because that now has its final part. But before that, we are back here. Why would we ever want to be back here? I mean, as a man stuck to a chair, the throne of the primal fire. What's that about? Did you get the glue, Finne? Sadly not, but I got other things. A noble figure coats the sun with frost, and 2 eras grant salvation to Natlan not once, but twice. Offer. A thing. The primal flame resonance. Building up your tribal reputation will grant you the reward, the blazing flint ore, which will further improve the traveler's pyro abilities. So, last time we've been wondering about the constellations of Pyro Traveler. Turns out there is a trick to them. They are not yet fully upgraded. And you do that here by finishing tribal quests. We get Blazing Flint Ore. I got them for all the previous places we did Tribal Chronicles. We'll probably get another one today. Offer up Blazing Flint Ore to the Lord of the Night to strengthen your connection with the Night Kingdom. It says 0. Now I'm confused. Flint ore gets its name from the radiant glow it harbors. When grasped in one's hand, one can feel the fiery pulse thrumming within the stone. Perhaps one day, held high against the starry sky, it might emit a gentle gleam that illuminates the night. Do I not have any? What is what I have then? Pretty sure I got some of those. Maybe I'm misremembering. I was sure I got some of those. Maybe I'm making it up. I might be making it up. Now I'm... Good start. Talk to me. That's one more than -1. About my reputation, tell me. Do I actually need to do things to get them? Yes, okay. We are only halfway. Okay. I actually need to reach reputation level 4 with every tribe to get the flint ore. So, never mind. I'm still away from that. I'm probably at level 2 with all of them. Well, at least I told you there's still upgrades to be had for those boss-only skills. That makes them not be boss-only. So, Let's continue raising our reputation with tribes. Today, we're going to the Masters of the Night Wind. Previously, calling from the Masters of the Night Wind in Act 1. After passing the test set by the Chief of the Masters of the Night Wind, you realize that you possess the ability to discern a particular color, which seems to be the key to completing your mission. In Act 2, Legendary Color. Even after bringing back the die as per Beram's request, you are still unable to recreate unique color. However, neither you nor Beram choose to give up. And today, in Act 3, the truth of the Battle of Seven Colors. The Masters of the Nightwind have upheld an ancient custom for generations, using colorful woven scrolls to record the history of Natlan. It is precisely because of this tradition that you, who have stumbled upon the tribe, have been entrusted with a mission. Brum. Sure. I see. Fatui. Also my voice.
Huh? What are the Fatui doing here? That's a little concerning. Let's go over there and see what they're up to.
I do not see my voice. That's bad.
Also, how did they get this close to a tribal settlement?
Well, considering what the captain did for Natlan, maybe they've been given a bit more leeway.
Huh. All the Fatui left in Natlan are probably the captain's subordinates. That basically makes them followers of one of Natlan's heroes. Still, once a Fatus, always a Fatus. Something seems off seeing them here. Let's go check it out.
What are they up to?
What are you guys doing here?
Following orders. If you have a problem, take it up with our employer.
Who is?
Hey, what's with the attitude? Can the Fatui even work for a private employer?
This is Grudok. I hired him to be my bodyguard in Natlan. As you can see, he's not the sociable type. I'm sorry for any offense. My original plan was to hire someone from the local tribes, but a priest recommended Grudok and his squad. I was told they were capable fighters and had the time to spare, so they fit the bill. It seems like the Fatui's reputation in Natlan is quite positive.
So that's what happened. Then you must be from Fontaine?
How do you tell?
Precisely! Montluçon, at your service. I work in the publication business. And you two... Wait. You must be the traveler and her fairy companion.
Oh, you know us?
A golden-haired traveler with a floating companion. There's no mistake.
Can only find one of those combinations.
Your exploits in Fontaine have all the makings of a best-selling series. I'd be a failure of a book merchant if I couldn't recognize you.
Wow, we're really famous at this point, traveler.
It's about time.
It's truly my lucky day. I know this is sudden, but I was actually looking for you two. You see, I have a favor to ask.
So, you chased us all the way to Natlan? That's a little creepy.
I mean, can you really call it chased if we just came here by accident?
You'll be generously rewarded, I promise you.
Well, at least he got straight to the point. Should we hear what he has to say?
Something tells me we can't escape this one.
Alright, we'll hear your request.
You know the great shaman Sitlali, right? I need her help with something.
I can probably find her somewhere.
Yeah, but the chances of her helping a random stranger just because we asked?
With her personality, pretty slim.
Yeah, see, Lally really doesn't like dealing with strangers.
I heard about that from other members of her tribe. But they told me if one person could convince her, it would be the golden-haired traveler.
As a fellow granny.
If you manage it, I'll even double your pay.
Why do you need her help?
Oh yeah, we should definitely get to the bottom of that first.
It's kind of a long story, and there's tribal history involved, so you should hear it from an expert. Alie, if you could.
Of course. I don't often have an eager audience for this kind of thing. Nice to meet you. The name's Alie. I'm a researcher from the Fontaine Research Institute. Unlike most researchers, I have a keen interest in ancient ruins. That's why I was invited to join Monsieur Montluçon's team. Have you heard of the legend of the great shaman Huitzilin?
It sounds familiar. She's the one that worked with collars, right?
Yes. According to local records, she was a color mystic who lived over 200 years ago, and the most adept in her tribe at using that particular technique. Out of all of her exploits, her most celebrated is the Battle of Seven Colors. According to legend, the battle was triggered by an abyss invasion, one of the most brutal in Natlan's history, even from a greater historical perspective. Amazingly, Natlan was able to turn the tide despite being at an extreme disadvantage. The key to victory was none other than a color Huitzilin created on the battlefield. The color was extraordinary, illusory in appearance while also seeming to possess physical form. Legend has it that Huitzilin used the color to construct a magnificent maze on the battlefield and trap all the enemies inside. This allowed her allies to launch a counterattack and ultimately secure victory.
Anyway, that's the gist of it. We don't want to take up too much of your time.
You know, you said moustache, not trustworthy. The way he said ahem makes me feel you might be correct.
That story is the reason I came to Natlan. I often publish books about the history of other nations. They always end up faring well on the market.
Can never trust moustaches.
When I heard this story for the first time, I wanted to include it in my next collection, but historical records about Natlan aren't very detailed. We haven't been able to determine where the battle took place, or find any definitive evidence that it occurred at all. Even within the Masters of the Nightwind, people dispute the legitimacy of the story. Some believe it to be a myth. If that were the case, the story would not be fit for publication.
But if you're just including it in a story collection, why does it matter if it never happened?
Well, you see, the slogan for the collection is Restoring the Truth of History. Naturally, I need it to be factual. That's why I'm here. The Masters of the Nightwind are said to have a tradition of recording past events, so I wanted to consult their records.
And what's your ulterior motive?
But I was refused access to the Obsidian Altar. Application after application, and all I received were a few ordinary woven scrolls with nothing to offer. Honestly, I'm just trying to promote their history, and they make such a fuss.
According to my research, their scrolls are considered sacred relics in addition to historical records. Naturally, outsiders are rarely granted access. Not to mention, the scrolls we did get to review actually contain a huge amount of information. I just need more time, and I could...
We've been over this, Allier. There's no need to waste time on those scrolls when we have a better way.
Sweet Lolly, you mean?
Exactly. You're well aware, I'm sure, that Sitlali has been alive for more than 200 years. That means she lived during the era of the Battle of Seven Colors. If she agrees to be my consultant, then no other historical records are necessary.
Oh, that's what you want.
So, what do you say? I'll quadruple the pay if it helps sweeten the deal.
Well, it's not that we don't want to help you.
I feel we should not take an offer that's just more money. We actually should go ask her, Paimon. We still have a duty to fulfill, after all.
Oh, right! The duty the chief gave us has a lot to do with wheat sealing. Who knows? The Battle of Seven Colors might lead us in the right direction. Alright, we'll help you convince Seat Lolly. Just let us do the talking, okay?
Of course.
We started by talking to a Fatui. And then that Fatui did not say anything anymore.
So, this is where the great shaman lives? A bit far from civilization, isn't it? I hope the person who pointed us in this direction wasn't mistaken.
For someone like Seat Lolly, it actually makes a lot of sense.
Is this graffiti her work too? I wonder if it's a cultural practice. If I could just copy it down,
We're here for a reason, Alier. As agreed, you two can do the talking, and we'll wait for you here.
Okay, we'll go knock on the door. Hopefully she's not hungover. Seat Lolly? Are you there? We need your help with something! Oh, no response. Maybe she's not home.
Let's try her other name.
Oh, Granny Eatsley? Are you home?
The door is thrown open.
Hey, kid! If you're here to challenge me, book an appointment first.
Yeah, okay, too hungover. Let's leave. So, Citlali is a real hermit, huh?
Traveler!
Don't close the door on me now. Well,
Looks like we came at a bad time.
Are you still there? Just come in. We can talk inside.
Well, at least we didn't get turned away. Huh. So this is where Seat Lolly lives.
all the stuff tolls.
I didn't have time to fully clean up the place. Complain if you want. Menial housework means nothing to a great shaman like myself. Besides, in light novels, people who keep everything neat and tidy are always too boring to be the protagonists. Also, I'm not a hermit. I'm just above superficial rules of societal etiquette.
Should we help you clean?
She sure does care a lot about what we think of her.
Oh, and that spell I used to transfer my senses to you, you're not still, experiencing the side effects, are you?
No, can't hear your mind anymore.
it's my duty as a great shaman to check that kind of thing.
Oh, you mean when we could hear your thoughts? Nope. It's been so long, we don't have to worry about that anymore, right?
Then why do I hear the traveler's thoughts in my head?
What?
Oh? She heard me call her a hermit. That bothers her. I thought she was above superficial rules of societal etiquette.
I can still hear you, you know.
I apologize for offending you.
Don't bother. I'll find a way to fix it. First you hear my thoughts, now I'm hearing your thoughts. It was just a simple spell. I use it on you and now it's on the Fritz. Forget it. Just tell me why you're here.
Why do I need to? You can hear my thoughts.
Well, someone asked us to ask you to be their consultant. They have questions about the history of Natlan.
So they asked the hero of Natlan to put in a good word? Sounds like they know I don't usually trouble myself with other people's problems.
The pay is really good.
Doesn't matter, I'm busy.
She sure doesn't look busy. Paimon knew this wouldn't get us anywhere.
What if the request comes from me?
From you?
Yeah, we were given a sacred duty to help your tribe weave a special scroll.
Huh? So, you're the appointed ones this time?
We were surprised too. After all, we have no idea how to weave a scroll like that. But with Chef Biram's help, we were able to make some progress. We still haven't succeeded, but we learned that the key to weaving the scroll is a special kind of color. The historical event those men want to ask about also involves color. If you help them, you might end up helping us too.
Is that your thinking, face?
She's giving us that face again. Did Paimon not explain things clearly?
I can't decide whether this twist is completely out of the blue or if it was foreshadowed all along.
Does that mean you won't help us?
I need to think about it.
Then there's still hope.
Hey, what's the holdup? Just give us an answer already.
I feel like your chances are gonna go down if you do that.
You agreed to let us do the talking. See, Lolly?
Stand down, Grudok. As your employer, if I tell you to wait, then you wait.
Understood.
You're the great shaman who's been alive for centuries? But you're so... Apologies for the disturbance. Grudok is a recent hire, so difficult to restrain sometimes.
You're lucky you didn't force Sweet Lolly's hand.
Well, since you're here, how about a discussion?
Do you have any idea who I am? Did you think Granny Eatsley would be fooled by your little performance? I have no intention of speaking to you. Your recent hire interrupted me right as I was about to make an important decision. Pull a trick like that again, and I'll make your lives a living horror novel, except 10 times worse. That's all I came out here to say.
Whoa.
Traveler, we have a discussion to finish.
You live up to your name, Granny Itztli. I apologize for the offense. I'm just surprised the Battle of Seven Colors didn't pique your interest.
I don't think we've mentioned it yet.
You're investigating the Battle of Seven Colors?
Ah, the Traveler didn't get to that part? Yes, I thought the Traveler could help me convince you. But, if I'm not mistaken, you have a personal interest in this matter, don't you? I heard that the great shaman Huitzilin was a friend of yours. You two must have been close. If I can resolve the controversy and prove the battle took place, I'll include it in my next collection. Then, all of Teyvat will learn the truth. With your support, your friend's heroic deeds will once again be known throughout the land. Inspiring, don't you think?
You'll be helping me fulfill my duty, and it would mean a lot to your tribe.
If this is really about that duty, then... fine. I'll help you.
I'm honored.
Save it. I agreed to help the Traveler, not you. You'll just have to leech what you can.
Well, at least she agreed to help.
Looks like my friendship with Citlali came in handy after all. I never took her to be the heartless type anyway.
Who are you calling heartless?
Not a problem. I always planned to work with the Traveler. So, did you directly experience any events of the battle? Do you have any idea where it took place? Can you think of any relics we could use to prove it?
Talk at me, why don't you?
I'd like to know too.
Fine. No, no, and no. I did live during the same era as her, but that doesn't mean we experienced the same events. I've lived a long time, but I'm not a walking encyclopedia. You decide the angle of your investigation, and I'll provide answers if I'm familiar with the subject.
Alright. Even if you didn't witness the battle yourself, you still lived through that era. Your insights are very valuable. Alier, you had an idea about where to start, yes?
Oh, well, my plan was to consult the members of the tribe in charge of recording history.
Then, let's start there. Traveler, what do you say to officially working together? After all, it appears I can only get Miss Citlali's help through you.
Sounds good to me. Not sure I fully agree with how the Traveler is handling this mission. These are clearly suspicious people.
You don't seem super invested in this whole thing, Citlali.
Do you think so, Paimon? What tipped you off?
The Battle of Seven Colors is something I've only ever heard about. I know as much as anyone else in my tribe.
But how? Weren't you alive when it happened?
I wasn't there when it took place, and she never told me about it. That's how.
But Molusaw said the two of you were close friends. The battle was legendary. Why wouldn't Huitzilin tell you about it?
Close friends? More like arch rivals. Something Montluçon would know if he actually did his research. Did you see the graffiti outside my house? That's not my doing.
Oh. Was it Huitzilin?
All students from Huitzilin's School of Shamanism must pass an extremely difficult trial before graduation, defeating me in battle.
How many did?
Those graffiti drawings are how they challenge me.
Wait, what?
Of course, none of them ever succeeded.
Ah. Okay. So an impossible request it is.
So, after Huitzilin's death, her students had no choice but to modify the requirement. Instead of defeating me, all they have to do now is last long enough.
Yeah, that sounds like a necessary change.
As my rival, Huitzilin only had one achievement that surpassed my own, and that was the Battle of Seven Colors. I can only assume she had some kind of secret technique at her disposal.
Difficult trial. Scribble something near her house and make a run for it before she gets you.
It makes perfect sense that she kept it from me. I'm a fast learner. Telling me about the technique is no different than handing it to me on a silver platter. As if she would give away her one advantage.
Oh, that makes sense.
Anyway, all of that is secondary. Like I said, I'm only here to help you fulfill your duty.
So, Citlali is doing all of this for me.
Don't misunderstand. This duty is important for my tribe, too. A great shaman should do her part to see it done.
A great shaman should also be a bit more organized at home.
Excuse you? I fail to see what housekeeping has to do with my duty as a shaman.
Thinks nothing.
Why is it that you're the one whose thoughts are exposed, but I'm still the one suffering? I need to get to the bottom of this.
Excuse me, great shaman, but we have a situation over here. We could really use your help.
Please, great shaman.
Okay.
Of course the Battle of Seven Colors happened. The woven scroll proves it. Wheat Ceiling used a mysterious color to construct a maze and trap the enemies inside.
That's just your interpretation. There's more than one way to understand that scroll. Besides, constructing a maze out of color is ridiculous.
Wheat Ceiling was one of the most powerful shamans of her time. She definitely could have pulled it off.
That's the biggest problem. She had students. Why not pass it down? A technique that powerful? And no shaman since has ever used it?
Maybe it was too powerful.
Her students are keeping it a secret, of course. If you knew a technique like that, you'd be a fool to show it to just anyone.
Oh, I didn't mean to cause an argument. I just wanted to ask, is there anything we can use to prove the battle took place?
Of course it took place. Why would you need to prove it?
You'll have to excuse him. Some people in our tribe insist on clinging to outdated views of history. I'd give up now if I were you. It only gets more ridiculous from here.
Please don't fight.
Wow, so the battle really is controversial.
The battle is still going on.
Am I the outdated one? Kids these days can't find anything better to argue about?
These arguments are precisely why I hesitate to include this story in my collection. Neither side was able to offer anything useful. What should we do?
Wheat Ceiling was a passionate teacher. We were opposites in that sense. The technique she used in the battle must have been her masterpiece. There's every reason to pass it on. Still, if the technique is powerful enough to single-handedly stop an invasion, it also makes sense that her disciples would keep it a secret. We should check with the students from her school. If we can confirm the technique exists, we can deduce certain things about the battle.
But as far as I know, most of the shamans from her school occupy high positions in the tribe. Not the type of people outsiders like us can speak to on a whim.
Right. The obsidian altar is off limits to you. But, if I go...
Is there a problem?
Most of Wheat Ceiling students are respected priests in the tribe. But that means they had to go through me. Or try, at least. I, of course, humiliated them from a young age. Those who hold the position now are the ones who lasted long enough before I wiped the floor with them. If I show up without warning, they'll run for dear life. That's not gonna get us any answers.
Yeah, Paimon can see it now.
Run for dear life. It's like Citlali's some kind of tyrant.
Hey, don't jump to conclusions. That was just a metaphor.
I'll make sure they don't run away. Who better to fend off a tyrant than the hero of Natlan?
Only you have the guts to joke like that with me, traveler. Fine, I said I'd help, so I'll help. But don't blame me if it goes wrong.
Alright, the rest of you can wait for us here.
We appreciate the help.
Yeah, you guys just don't do anything.
Natlan's history is full of intriguing mysteries. It's too bad I can't talk to those priests myself.
Oh, are you in the middle of a ceremony?
Sorry to interrupt.
Granny Eatsley?
And then they ran.
What is she doing here?
Did some coward not show up after challenging her to a fight?
Or is she here to officially take over the tribe?
Whoa. It's like they really do see her as some kind of tyrant.
No matter what, we'll defend our dignity as priests to the end.
Ugh, you talk a big game for someone who lost to me the most out of the entire priesthood.
What?
All I want is to ask some questions.
So, you're here to interrogate us?
Someone didn't sit pretty for their beating? Is that it? You want their name, don't you?
We should just run!
Don't be afraid.
Yeah, with the hero of Natlan here, Granny Eatsley will be on her best behavior.
Sure, whatever you say.
Oh, it's the traveler and her companion. That does make me feel better. How can we help you?
We wanted to ask about the technique you inherited from Huitziling.
Huh. So you can eradicate our school once and for all?
Disciples of our school have challenged her year after year, just as our master instructed. Sounds like she's finally had enough.
Well, you're not wrong.
If we want to protect our legacy, one of us needs to run.
Not this again. Just how much did you traumatize them, Citlali?
You beat them in a duel, so what? There's no reason to be this terrified. Citlali is someone worthy of love and respect.
Hey! You can't just say whatever you want just because it's in your head.
No, I think that's exactly what you can do in your own head. Get out of my head.
I'm Granny Eatsley. A mere mention of my name and kids burst into tears. Love and respect? No one has the guts for that.
Well, I do.
You know what? Forget about your duty. We really need to fix this mind-reading situation.
Sorry to disappoint, but if you're here to question whether we're qualified to inherit our master's legacy, we're not going down without a fight.
We're not getting anywhere. What should we do, Traveler?
Let me think. Hi, bud.
Huh? Oh, it's you.
Elder Tlapo! Oh, we must have disturbed your meditation. Our deepest apologies. Please forgive us.
Did Elder Tlapo just issue a declaration?
Of independence.
From what I can tell, in a single word, the message was... friend?
Is Elder Tlapo telling us to treat Granny Eatsley as a friend?
That's not possible, is it?
Oh, you forget yourselves, my friends. You are esteemed priests of our tribe. Where are your manners?
But Chief!
I didn't expect to see you here, great shaman. My sincere apologies for the lack of hospitality.
Well, I wasn't exactly planning to come to this crowded place. So you can save the pleasantries, Chief. I'd rather get this over with.
Understood. Now, as successors of Huitzilin, I understand your friction with Granny Eatsley. However, Elder Talapo's declarations have always showed us the correct path. You would do well to respect his counsel. So, mind your manners and allow Granny Eatsley to ask her questions.
Good thing Elder Talapo and Chief Biram are on our side. Hi there, Elder Talapo!
Been a while.
Hey, he seems pretty happy to see us.
He's the one who put you in charge of the scroll, right?
Yeah, Elder Talapo appointed us to the task.
Elder Talapo, huh? He's still Claw to me. Hey, don't pull that cutesy stuff with me. You're an Iktomi-Sor Elder now. You occupy an eminent and important position within the tribe.
So, you already know each other?
Claw was only this big when we first met. He was Huitzilin's Saurian companion back then. She kept dragging him to my place, so over time we got to know each other.
Sounds like you and Huitzilin were close.
But she only came to my place to fight me. But at the same time, she always claimed to be my friend. She was the only one who dared to try, at least.
Well, you've lived a long time. You've probably made a bunch of friends over the years, right?
Nope, not one.
The more time you have, the more friends you lose.
Oh,
Anyway, let's get back to business. I hate talking about the past. Oh, 200 years and you still haven't given up, Claw? I still haven't made up my mind, so you should head back. Traveler, Paimon, let's go.
Made up your mind over what? Sweet Lali.
Hey there, Chief Biram!
Hello.
Oh, wait. We haven't reached out since the last time we failed the task, huh?
I'm just grateful you haven't forgotten that duty.
Actually, we have good news! We found another clue!
I'm all ears.
It's the Battle of 7 Colors.
Huitzilin's claim to fame? That sounds promising. But the battle took place hundreds of years ago. An investigation is bound to be difficult.
True, but Granny Eatsley promised to help.
Is that so? Huh. I've tried seeking her help in the past, but I never managed to coax her out. You...
Hey, don't complain! None of the previous chiefs succeeded either.
Is that so? Huh. I've tried seeking her help in the past, but I never managed to coax her out. You should cherish this opportunity.
Well, I'm special, okay?
Forgive me. That wasn't my intention. It was a comment on my own failings.
Paimon said you've been trying to figure out how to weave the special scroll.
It is my duty, Great Shaman.
Why bother? The scrolls always end up completed on time. So what's the point of figuring it out for yourself?
If I may, this task concerns the history of Natlan as a whole. And in many ways, history is the memory of a people. Memory is sacred to our tribe. I'm sure a great shaman understands that better than a humble junior like myself. Something this important cannot be left to baseless rumors. I know you don't concern yourself with the daily affairs of the tribe, Granny Eatsley. Even so, as a priestess, I trust you wouldn't leave something like that to chance.
I get your point.
Something on your mind, Citlali?
Of course, the one time I wish you could read my mind, it doesn't work.
The chief referred to himself as a humble junior. Maybe Citlali's worried she looks old.
No, that's not it.
Huh?
Paimon, completely out of the loop.
It's not important. Rest assured, Baram, with my help, the Traveler and Paimon will definitely be able to complete the task.
You have my thanks then. If you run into any more problems, I'm always willing to help.
There's always problem wherever we go.
Huh.
Good talk.
So are you here to test whether we're qualified to inherit Master Wheatselian's legacy?
You've already been tested, haven't you? Well, frankly speaking, I don't think any of you are qualified. But that's not why I'm here. All you need to do is be good and answer my questions.
Fine. Ask away.
You've heard of the Battle of Seven Colors, right?
Of course. It's our master's claim to fame. An immortal legend inscribed in the very history of our tribe.
Then I'm sure you know there are those who question whether it actually occurred.
I did hear people arguing about that the other day.
It's disgraceful. How can they question something like that?
It doesn't surprise me. Natlan has had more tourism lately. A lot of people have started getting strange ideas after interacting with Outlanders. After all, everyone who took part in the battle has returned to the ley lines. Without witnesses, it's hard to refute detractors.
Well, it just so happens the questions I want to ask are directly related to the legitimacy of this battle.
Listen, we know you were rivals, but do you really have to question her legacy?
You think she's like you? Someone who can't survive a little scrutiny?
No, of course not.
Then let me finish. During the battle, Wheatselian most likely used a technique powerful enough to turn the tides of war. I'm sure she was very proud of it. Proud enough to pass it on to her disciples. So, which one of you inherited that technique?
None of them.
I don't think any of us have heard of it.
Listen, I'm not trying to take it for myself, so be honest. With or without it, I can wipe the floor with any of you.
Yeah, no objections there. But I'm telling the truth. None of us have ever heard of that technique.
What's wrong with her? Why would she let it go extinct?
Master's body of work is massive. No one student could hope to learn all her techniques. Mastering just a few already takes a lot of effort.
By asking the bird, that's probably gonna lead to a conclusion faster than this, yeah.
Master had no choice but to recruit many students, split up what she knew into different portions, and pass it down through various individuals. So even though we see ourselves as representatives of Wheatselian's school of shamanism, what we know isn't the sum of her legacy. Actually, I know of a shaman family that inherited some of Master's techniques. The family fell on hard times and lost the right to the priesthood. Still could be worth a shot.
But if they inherited Wheatselian's secret technique, shouldn't the family be thriving?
Well, it's the only thing I can think of.
All right, give me their address.
I mean, creating a colorful maze isn't gonna help you much in life.
I'll mark it out on your map.
Unless she passed on different techniques.
To be honest, I'm not optimistic about the future of this investigation.
You're really giving it your all, though.
That's because the request came from you. You don't know the power of your own words, do you?
Back up we go.
Proving the legitimacy of this battle seems more hopeless by the second.
Nothing we can do about that.
Well, even if our investigation ultimately proves the legend to be false, that's still a worthwhile result. Although I'm here for business purposes, I have a personal interest in this as well. I'm drawn to matters of historical truth.
That's exactly why I chose to follow you, Monsieur Montluçon.
Listen, I'm just updating you on the situation, not asking for your opinion. I don't really care whether you continue your investigation. And Traveler, you came to me for help with your scroll weaving duty, right? You thought looking into the Battle of Seven Colors could give you answers. That's understandable. But based on our progress, I'd say this is a dead end. Instead of wasting time, you might consider taking a different approach. I'll try to think of another way to help you.
Respected Traveler, let's not forget about the compensation I promised. You shall have it in full. Extra, if that's what it takes.
I think this investigation could help you too, Sidlali.
What makes you say that?
Because it has to do with Huitzlin's past. And also, I can split the money with you.
Yeah, based on what you've told us so far, it kinda seems like there's unresolved tension between you two.
You think so?
She claimed to be your friend, but picked fights with you non-stop, and never told you about her biggest accomplishment. By figuring out the truth behind the battle, maybe we can finally help you get closure.
Closure? I'd say we're 200 years too late. But fine, if you want to keep investigating, be my guest.
Ah, that's wonderful news.
Alright, let's go visit the Shaman family.
Lots of walk and talk in this quest.
Hello, are you Aishaman?
And the walk is barely even there.
Yep, that's me. Huh? Granny Eatsley?
And he fell over dead.
Get up! In a crowded market like this, the only person who should be trying to hide is me.
My apologies. Ever since my grandfather's generation, the shamans of my family have given up on passing your trial, Granny Eatsley. Have we offended you in some other capacity?
Man, this is generational trauma at this point.
Whenever I misbehaved as a kid, Grandpa would tell me about the thrashing he received from Granny Eatsley. I still get nightmares about it sometimes.
I wonder what Sidlali looks like in those nightmares.
Hey, don't get any funny ideas. This was your idea, remember? Keep asking your questions. I'm going to find somewhere quiet to wait.
Okay, so your family studied under Huitzilin, right?
Yes, although that pretty much ended with my grandfather's generation, unfortunately. The techniques my family learned from Huitzilin didn't have much practical use in terms of tribal affairs, so during my grandfather's time, we quit the priesthood. Turns out, shaman techniques aren't that useful outside the priesthood either. So over time, we abandoned them altogether. Of course, it's possible that we were just too foolish to understand the true power of those teachings. After all, Huitzilin was a genius. None of her students have been able to fully reproduce her talent.
Do you know which techniques were passed on to your family?
I'm not sure. As a kid, I remember hearing my grandfather talk about them, but It's not like I can use them myself.
Just think about it for a sec. Do you remember anything about a technique that can decide the outcome of a battle?
Decide the outcome of a battle? No, I don't remember anything like that. Besides, my family wasn't really known for our talent. If a technique like that exists, I doubt Huitzilin would pass it on to us. You might have better luck asking one of the priests. They're descendants of Huitzilin's most gifted students.
Well, looks like we're back where we started.
Still no definitive evidence the Battle of Seven Colors took place. Alier, do you think we have enough to draw a conclusion?
All we have are non-witness accounts. We could put together an interview, but that's not going to hold up in academic circles.
Then we have to keep going.
Oh, you're investigating the Battle of Seven Colors?
Yes, in fact we do.
Yeah, you know about it?
Not a lot, but there's something special about my family. In addition to shaman techniques, Huitzilin's stories were passed down to us as well. Say what you want about my ancestors' dedication to shamanism, but they definitely paid attention to those stories. And of course, the Battle of Seven Colors is the most exciting story of them all.
We don't need another story. We need something concrete. Does no one in your tribe understand that?
I'm not sure if this is helpful, but the story passed down in my family is a little different from the one told in the tribe.
Really?
How so?
Well, it's Huitzilin's personal account of the events, so it's a lot more detailed. For example, in the version I heard, the battle took place in a location known as Chico Mostuk Cave.
That means you can tell us where to find it. Have you ever been to this place?
Unfortunately not.
I studied maps of Natlan before we left, Monsieur Montluçon. I don't remember ever seeing such a name.
So it must be underground then.
Could your ancestors be mistaken, Mr. Shaman?
It's unlikely. My family may have let the shamanism side of things fall by the wayside, but we're serious about these stories. In the words of my grandfather, some things deserve to be passed down more than secret arts.
If Huitzilin's version of events differs so much from the general understanding, that makes it even more likely the battle is completely made up.
Yeah, that's disappointing.
Oh, hold on. You mentioned the Chico Mostuk cave?
Oh, yes? Can I clear something up for you?
It's been more than 200 years. Huh. I never thought I'd hear that name again.
What do you mean?
That location is now known as the Valley of Fog. The Chico Mostuk cave is what it was called 200 years ago.
Precisely when Huitzilin was alive. That means, Monsieur Montluçon, we can confirm the original site of the battle. Once we get there, the evidence we need should be at our fingertips.
Just when we thought all hope was lost. I never doubted you, great shaman. Allow me to present you with a gift as thanks.
Save it. Flattery won't get you anywhere with me.
Just accept the gift, Citlali. You've earned it.
Wait, Mr. Montluçon works in publishing. You're a huge fan of light novels, right, Citlali? Maybe he could get you some that are out of print.
Really?
I'm your biggest fan.
Out of print, huh? Sure. Do you have any in mind?
Well, if we're talking collectibles, then the first edition of Shogun Almighty Reborn as Raiden with Unlimited Power is a must. It's the first major hit of the isekai genre. Several editions have gone to print, but copies of the first edition are exceedingly rare and valuable.
I see.
There's also its sister work, Pretty Please Kitsune Guji. It was Yae Publishing House's attempt at gauging the new market trends. It's opened the door to a new genre after readers grew tired of isekais. The sales speak for themselves.
You were like, what's with that isekai name? Yeah, they love doing those.
Actually, Yai Publishing House released a limited edition not too long ago. But it's almost impossible to get. Anyway, I'll take those two.
Sorry, I'm not sure I caught all that. What were the titles again? Reborn as Kitsune Guji?
These two titles are among the most successful and well-known works in the entire industry. You're telling me, as someone who works in publishing, you've never heard of them?
I'm a merchant from Fontaine, after all. Regarding this particular genre from Inazuma, I'm afraid I lack your level of expertise.
Amateur.
Just leave the books to me. And don't forget about our pay, though.
Of course! Sounds like a perfect arrangement. Now, there's no time to waste. We should head to the site of the battle right away.
Once we get there, it'll take a bit more work to determine the actual location. Right now, all we have is a general idea.
How big is the location?
Well, I'm sure Miss Sitlali can help us with that.
Have you even looked at the time? It's already evening, and I have important plans tonight. You expect me to work through the night?
Well, what do you think, Traveler?
Let's break for the day and meet back up tomorrow. The battlefield's not going anywhere. Famous last words.
Okay, we'll find a place to rest for the night. When should we meet tomorrow?
He's persistent, huh?
What do you think, Sitlali?
How about noon?
Do we have to wait that long?
Great shamans have important matters to attend to in the morning.
Like drinking and reading light novels. My guess is that she just wants to sleep in.
That's only because I have important tasks to complete at night.
All right, as Miss Sitlali instructed. Let's meet back up tomorrow at noon. We'll be waiting at the exit of the tribal settlement.
Sorry, I just wanted to ask, is Granny Eatsley satisfied with my answer?
Yeah, of course. You really helped us out.
Oh, good. I'm glad I didn't offend her somehow.
You're really that scared of her?
She's actually really nice. Just awkward in social situations.
To be honest, Granny Eatsley almost never interacts with ordinary tribespeople like us. Everything we know about her comes from rumors. She's a powerful shaman who's lived for over 200 years. As a great hero, you're probably the only one who isn't intimidated by her.
Well, thanks for today, Sitlali.
Wanna grab a meal? My treat. Think of it as a thank you for today.
That's quite considerate of you. All right, let's grab a few drinks. Just like last time.
Let's get drunk.
Wait, didn't you say you had important plans tonight?
What did you think I meant?
Does that mean you've gone drinking every night for the past 200 years? Now Paimon's worried about your health.
Same place.
No, I've had enough socializing for one day. I know somewhere quiet. We can just buy some drinks and head over. Which will also give us a chance to solve the mind reading issue. Considering the necessary spell work, I'd rather do it in private.
Yeah, that's private. All the way away. All the way up away.
Right here.
I hope this is gonna work out. It looks like it might.
Is this the place?
No, further up.
Further up?
It likely leads you to a hot air balloon. Oh no!
Oh, this is like a secret base.
Let's not get stuck.
Sometimes I want the fresh air, but not the company. So I come here. Let's see if my stash is still here. Ah, great! The halberd crest birds didn't eat my snacks.
Also didn't drink your alcohol. Don't get drunk up here or you're gonna fall.
Now for the mind reading issue. Give me your hand.
Just like last time?
It might take a little longer, actually. I just need to share my senses, make a clean break.
Is this programming now?
And that should do it, right?
This really is a one-of-a-kind view. That must be why Sidlali likes to come here.
You're not wrong. Hold on. Why do I still hear you in my head?
No idea. Maybe we are just soulmates.
Oh, did I not separate our senses completely? Maybe using my palm isn't enough? Close your eyes.
Oi!
Oh, please work, please work. A great shaman should be able to handle this.
Kissing time? No, it's time for headbutts.
Okay, what about now?
I think I heard something. It sounded like your thoughts.
Huh? And now?
It's gone.
Huh. Whenever I try to remove the effect, it just flips direction and gets worse.
Was that Sidlali's forehead just now? It was really warm.
That was just to help with the spell. Ah, shoot. I still hear you. For a human soul, to lose the boundaries of the mind is to drown in the sea of consciousness without a concept of self.
You are losing your concept of self.
Wait, that sounds bad.
I read that in a light novel. When it comes to the real world, I think it's pretty accurate.
Is Sidlali drunk? She's not making much sense.
Yeah, she's gone, Paimon.
Anyway, we'll just have to leave it for now.
Hearing the traveler's thoughts isn't that bad, right? You should just tease her. That's what Paimon would do.
It's just... I'm not good at this. I'm not used to being close to people. Sorry, I said we could be friends, but I guess I'm not ready. I'm used to being Granny Eatsley. Someone intimidating, someone people are scared to approach. I don't have to deal with people that way.
Why live like that?
Yeah, Paimon's been wondering. Why do you insist on living so far away? You could easily become a leader of your tribe, someone everyone loves and respects.
When you live as long as me, a person is like a flower. The color draws you in. You water it to see it bloom. It rewards you with its fragrance. But it doesn't last. With the passing of the seasons, everything withers away. You can try to water it, but it will never bloom again. Even if the same plot of soil is covered in flowers the following year, the one you remember won't be there. That's just how it is. Most of the people in my life will be gone one day, just like a flower. Getting close means losing friend after friend for hundreds of years, until the weight of their memories crushes my soul. If people don't care about me, then I don't have to care about them. It's better if the people in my memories are nothing more than fleeting strangers.
How about me then? Why am I the exception?
Sweet Lolly.
My approach is different. I choose to remember everyone.
You won't live as long as me, so you don't have to worry about that.
Actually, I might have a long lifespan. I have some truly ancient memories.
Really? Then you should understand. Nearly everyone you know will be gone one day.
All the more reason to remember them.
Traveler?
I have a friend who only lives in my memories now. In fact, I could say my memories are the sole proof that she existed in this world. So sometimes I tell myself, as long as I remember every single friend, they will never truly die. Instead, they will live on in the world of my memories. When friends create memories together, there's always something to hold on to. So if you still need time, let me choose to remember you first.
Is something wrong?
No, the drink's just gone bad.
Stupid mind-reading side effect won't go away. It's not like I want to hear you complain about me all the time.
Okay, she's definitely drunk. See, Lolly, maybe take it easy? At this rate, you might sleep past noon tomorrow.
I'm not drunk. I remember everything the traveler said. Just gotta think of a response. I'll think of something.
Uh-oh, not this again. Is she asleep?
I'm fine. Can get home by myself.
Is she talking in her sleep or talking to us? She seems kind of out of it.
Bye. Gonna walk back alone. Need some time to think.
I guess there was no reason to worry about her falling. She doesn't need us to worry about her. She's always been like this.
Alright.
7 hued ruins. Wait until 11. Is this enough, or do we need to add another day? Good.
This should be the place we decided to meet yesterday. Who knows if Sweet Lolly will show up on time. She drank so much last night, she might not even be up yet.
She managed, somehow.
Sweet Lolly!
No need to sound so surprised. Drinking is just a way to pass the time. I mastered the art of moderation long ago.
Did you now?
Last night doesn't count. It was a minor slip-up, that's all. Anyway, I gave everything a lot of thought, and I think you're right about something.
For once.
The Battle of Seven Colors holds the key to a lot of the answers I've been searching for.
So that's why you're here so early.
And so are they.
Great shaman. Sorry to keep you waiting. Shall we head out?
More Fatui.
Just follow me. I'll confirm the location myself.
Definitely not gonna end in a fight.
Of course.
Are we going further down? Or where are we going? Yes, we're going further down. That might be too high.
This should be it.
I'm assuming there's a domain here.
So the battlefield is inside this place.
That could explain a lot of our academic questions.
Don't lose focus. Once we get to the actual site of the battle, all the evidence needed for publication will be at our fingertips.
Everyone ready?
Let's go. Seven-hued ruins. Finally, following Echamin's directions, Citlali managed to find the entrance to the ruined battlefield. All this time, it turns out that the secrets of the Battle of Seven Colors lay buried deep underground.
All right, let's head off.
So the Abyss invaded through a cave like this?
They keep doing that.
When the Abyss first began to corrode the ley lines, they took every opening they could get.
All the items here should be useful for our research.
You're not to touch a single one without my nod of approval.
I don't support invasive excavation techniques either.
Ah, of course. I'll defer to the experts on this matter. Well, shall we continue?
We shall. With Trial Citlali, maybe I will actually get to show off her ultimate without exploding. That would be appreciated.
There are weapons here from every tribe in Natlan. The battle must have encompassed the entire nation.
Sounds like we're getting closer to what the legend describes. But all we can really say is that a battle took place here. There's still no evidence of any colors or some elaborate maze.
Yeah, it doesn't look very colorful.
Wow, you're really invested in the Battle of Seven Colors.
Well, it's the reason I came to Natlan in the first place. Grudok, send some of your men to search the area. We might miss something all grouped together like this. I'd like to cover all our bases.
All the bases. You got it.
Surely, we can trust Grudok. He does not have a
Don't jump to
mustache.
conclusions. Of course this isn't the site of the actual battle. We have to keep going.
Yeah, there is a very suspicious entrance right over there. And then everybody vanished.
This wall is in our way!
I might have an idea. Traveler, try removing that sphere.
I removed that sphere. Well, that was easy.
Whoa, we passed straight through! What was that? Some kind of color magic?
Possibly tutorial magic.
It's very close to the technique Wheatsealing might have used.
That's it? Doesn't quite compare to the scale described in the legend.
Are you disappointed?
Still, what a terrific archaeological find.
Ugh, enough chit-chat. We should keep going. The deeper we go, the more we'll find.
Oh, I still have the orb. What can I use it on? Or better yet, what do I have to use it on?
Hold on. If we step here, we might fall through.
You mean there are traps in here?
Remember how we were able to pass through the wall just now? It must have been because, on our person, we were carrying the same color as the wall. Let's put the sphere down and see what happens.
Solidify is what happens.
Whoa, you're right. We can keep going now.
Take me up!
Is there gonna be any fights in here? Or just
Rise
platforming?
like smoke!
Whoa.
Wait, what was that? What is this place?
Look! A maze made of colors.
But it's not obstructing us. Necessarily.
It's real. I can't believe it.
Hold on. The quality of this space. This isn't reality. It's a realm of memory.
Huh?
Is this the Night Kingdom?
No. This is a space constructed using memories as a medium. The principle is similar, but the two are not the same. Correct?
Oh.
Wheatsealing?
What?
No. It's just a trace of her consciousness left behind after creating this space.
Friends, this is my question to you. What is our strongest weapon against the Abyss? In my opinion, it's memory. After all, is it not after losing the capacity for memory, love, and compassion that our enemies fell to the Abyss? That is why, with our memories, we possess a power the Abyss cannot hope to match. I have discovered the perfect medium for us to wield that weapon. You know it as color. The more cherished the memory, the more vivid its color. As memories disappear, their color fades first. That is why color is the best vehicle to wield the power of memory. Guided by vibrant colors, your capacity for memory is what will allow you to navigate this maze. Without that capacity, enemies will fail to cross the barrier in front of them and be trapped here for eternity. So, be brave, my friends, and march forward.
What do the different colors do?
Any idea, Sweet Lolly?
Sounds like she left a tutorial. Not surprising. She always did have to handhold her talentless students. Follow me.
Let's hope nothing weird happens. Okay, can just go through that. Was I supposed to?
Watch out!
I should have watched out. Where am I?
There are monsters here too?
Oh, good.
Abyss creatures. Likely trapped here for some time. Looks like a few monsters made it out of the battle all those years ago.
Look, she can use ultimate.
Into the wind.
Billowing surge! Drilling down!
Is there a correct way?
What's with these color-changing blocks? You would see Lolly fell through all of a sudden. You scared Paimon half to death.
Must be one of the mechanics of the maze. I'm guessing the purpose is to help allies navigate this place.
Oh no, more monsters?
Ah, shoot. They're blocking the way forward. Let's get rid of them.
That's...
Suffer the wrath of Eastleigh!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
This place is so
You better not
pretty.
move again.
If not for those monsters, Paimon would have never guessed this was a battlefield.
The showmanship's not bad, I'll give her that.
But the flooring is bad. Okay, I have a yellow distance.
Is this a bridge made of colors?
Don't sound so surprised. We just need to cross and we should reach the end.
Oh. Did you just skip this for me because I was being bad at it? I understood how it worked. I just didn't jump far enough.
We're out! Looks like we made it through the maze.
Hold on. This is...
Big orb.
Whoa, so pretty! The thing inside the sphere looks exactly like the maze!
It's like a miniature blueprint made from a special dye.
That color.
The dye was modified using a secret technique to harness the power of memories and create mazes like the one we just witnessed. Without that power, it's just a normal dye. But the color it produces is still quite rare. I would say this is the most direct evidence that the Battle of Seven Colors actually took place.
The expert has spoken!
Perhaps I could take a closer look? It's an important piece of physical evidence, after all.
And I definitely don't want to steal it or anything.
No, you may not.
And he also may not try.
What are you doing?
Ah, you noticed my signal. Not bad, Traveler. We make a good team.
Huh. So, you've been watching me.
I mean, you have a mustache.
A self-proclaimed book merchant who's never heard of Shogun Almighty reborn as Raiden with unlimited power? Please, that work was a commercial success across Teyvat. I knew you were fishy, but I didn't expect you to pull something like this.
Monsieur Montluçon, we just need a few pictures for our research, not the artifact itself. What if it gets damaged or destroyed?
Shut it! I couldn't care less about preserving this piece of trash. I would destroy it right now if I could.
But then there would be no evidence to prove the battle took place.
And that might be the very plan.
What if that was my goal all along?
What?
Huh. Pretending to be a book merchant? Pretending to promote the history of Natlan and its heroes was the only way to get information out of the people in this tribe. But make no mistake, I'm no lowly merchant. I am the future owner of the largest printing company in all of Teyvat.
I don't think that will work out for you.
But the dye in that sphere ruined all my plans before they could even get off the ground.
We've received a report that your advertisement in the paper makes false claims. Fontaine Law demands it be taken down immediately.
False claims? The dye I advertised is an unprecedented innovation. It produces colors of unmatched radiance.
Unfortunately, its qualities are neither unprecedented nor unmatched. According to the lady who made the report, she saw a woven scroll in Natlan made with a similar dye. Even more miraculous, that substance dates back hundreds of years.
How? Creating this dye is the culmination of my entire life's work. You're telling me I'm hundreds of years too late?
Rip.
Calm down, sir.
Sorry, it's just... I know this product will be a hit. The economic boost to Fontaine will be huge. We just need to advertise it as written. Fontaine's publishing industry is one of the best in the world. All we need to do is publish something in the paper, and all of Teyvat will think it was our invention first. We don't need to worry about more reports. Fontaine is far more advanced than Natlan. No one will believe such an innovative product could come from a place like that.
That goes against all of Fontaine's advertisement regulations. We can't do that.
What if I give you a portion of the profits? All you have to do is let the advertisement stay.
You're trying to bribe me? Careful. I'm dangerously close to reporting this to Monsieur Novelette.
I knew if I was just allowed to market my product, it would be a hit. A bestseller even. I would be a giant in the printing industry. But now, no one will see it as anything more than a poor imitation marketed centuries too late. No matter how good the product actually is, not a single one will sell. I will never accept that someone from this backwoods, ignorant nation could come up with that dye. Not 200 years before me!
Even when the truth is right in front of you?
Ha! Truth is in the eye of the beholder. I'm already in the printing industry. I can go into publishing, no problem. All I have to do is destroy this sphere, write a detailed report about my findings, and publish it around the world. Then, the so-called truth becomes your word against mine. Once my report is accepted as fact, no one can accuse me of making false claims.
That's awful. What happened to restoring the truth of history?
It was a lie, Paimon.
That plan hasn't changed. I will continue to spread my truth for all of Teyvat to see.
You talk a big game, but did you forget who you were talking to?
Ah, you mean a hero of Natlan who's not actually from Natlan? And a great shaman who, according to rumor, abandoned her tribe long ago? From a practical perspective, there's no reason for either of you to stand against me.
Shows what you know.
Oh, since you like rumors so much, have you heard the one about what happens to people who get on my bad side?
Ah, the wrath of Granny Itzley. Like I said, our interests aren't at odds. I knew from the beginning that you would accept my invitation, considering Whitzelin was your rival. You've lived longer than her, you're far stronger than her, and yet, she has always been more revered than you. Now, that can change. With the backing of the printing industry, I can take any book and send it to all four corners of Teyvat. This part of Natlan's history will be mine to tell. And in my version, I can erase the Battle of Seven Colors. You can be the one to have all the glory.
That's not real history.
That's a no then? Your history means nothing to me. But it's not allowed to stand in the way of my Mora.
Done running your mouth? Good. Before handing you over to the tribe, I think I'll have my way with you first.
Teach him a lesson and make it stick.
If this comes to a fight, per my contract, you're gonna have to go through me.
And by goodbye. And by you mean go through your partners.
That's right. I didn't pay all that Mora for nothing.
I love how that other guy just left.
Wait, aren't you subordinates of the captain? Why are you helping someone who wants to erase Natlan's history?
The captain. You actually bought that? United in the pursuit of Mora, we travel the land to collect debts. Our loyalty is to Regrader, his interests, and his wealth.
Regrader?
The captain means nothing to them. They serve a different harbinger altogether. Regrader!
This man has the potential to become a giant in the printing industry and disrupt Fontaine's economic system. This aligns with Regrader's interests.
It's all been a lie from the very beginning!
This doesn't change anything, Paimon. Just one more guy to beat up. Refrigerator, yes.
I don't care who you serve. When it comes to punishment, I don't discriminate.
Here comes the refrigerator. It's me.
One with nature.
Stay right there. Let's end this quickly.
Right here.
You two! Time to end them! Fulfill our pact!
This is bad.
Rest and rebuild.
Clouds high. The birds call. The wind knows me.
Yeah. That's what you get for messing with the hero of Natlan and Granny Itzley. They could give Regrader a run for his Mora.
When did this person get so strong? Looks like the men following the captain failed to update us on the latest intelligence.
Oh, I've been strong for quite a while, you know.
Not good. This is becoming more trouble than it's worth. You're on your own.
Hey, what about our contract? Your boss signed it himself.
Our boss never signs a contract without loopholes. Even a veteran businessman like yourself fell into his trap. That's what makes him the best. Go home and read the fine print. All I did was trigger the exculpatory clause.
You...
The other stipulations have been fulfilled. I set up explosives around the cave, strong enough to destroy this place, as instructed. Oh, and for security purposes, all explosives have been rigged to blow at a specific time. Shouldn't be too long now.
What? This whole place is gonna collapse?
You were supposed to wait until I made it out.
Are you trying to kill me? That depends on how fast you can run. I'm off.
And now you can't run anymore either. Well planned.
You think you can just waltz out of here? Traveler, stop them, and then we'll make a break for it.
Can do.
If I'm caught, I implicate my boss. Time for the backup plan.
Wait, don't!
Nice throw.
Where are we? Back in the maze? Our surroundings look different, though. What did that Fatui guy do?
You need to find Zitlali. She probably is somewhere around here too.
Good point. She'll know how to get out of here. Let's hurry. If we don't make it out before the cave collapses, we might never be able to leave.
Where could she be?
Let's see. Zitlali! Oh, looks like it's not gonna be that easy. What should we do?
I saw the special color. It seems to be guiding me.
The special color? The one you saw in that woven scroll? Why would it appear around here?
There's no time to think about that.
You're right. Lead the way, traveler.
Yes? What's happening?
He triggered it just like that? If the technique isn't activated correctly.
Oh. Meanwhile...
Instead of a realm of memory, the subjects in question will be trapped in a temporary space like this. If you cannot escape in time, it's mutually assured destruction. But I can't fault someone for using it as a last resort.
I knew it! Someone of your skill wouldn't leave behind memory fragments just to parrot instructions. You must have the capacity for conscious thought.
I appreciate the compliment. It's been a long time, my friend.
This is no time for a reunion. The cave outside is about to collapse. I know time flows differently in this place, but that still doesn't leave us much time. Can you help me get out?
You misunderstand, Zitlali. I'm nothing more than a fragment of memory. There's not much I can do.
What do you mean? This space can be manipulated, right? The exit of your maze. I remember its structure. If I create an exit here, I can leave. You just need to tell me how to manipulate this space.
The maze you saw earlier was constructed using the memories of many warriors of Natlan. When people leave deep impressions on each other, their memories form connections. These connections are particularly strong between comrades in arms. That is how I created my maze. The connections between the memories were my needle and thread, and the special color was my fabric.
So we need to find each other, is what you are saying. To be companions.
But if that color is crudely combined with an isolated memory, one without connections, you get a place like this. This space is a combination of my color and your memories. There is no way to alter or construct anything within it, because there are no connections at your disposal.
Over 200 years, and not a single lasting connection. This is my punishment, huh?
Well, at the very least, you have a connection to me. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to appear in this space.
That's only because you never gave me a moment's peace. Still, it's a shame you're not around. You said it yourself. A memory fragment can't be used to create the connections I need.
Zitlali.
But now that I have the chance to talk to you again, I need you to give me an answer. Your special technique. You didn't pass it on to your students. You passed it on to the rival you could never beat. Me. What I want to know is, why?
So you figured it out.
After what I saw in the maze and everything you just told me, I'm certain the technique at the center of all this is the same one you taught me all those years ago. But you never brought up the fact that you used it to win a battle. From your description, it might as well have been a simple color trick. I'm getting the feeling you always meant for me to come here. But if this is a foreshadowed event, I'm not happy with the narrative setup.
Citlali, ever since you learned that technique, you've been able to see a special color, haven't you?
You mean...
That color is the core of the technique. But it isn't my invention. It's something I discovered in the work of our ancestors. More specifically, you could call it the color of memories. In truth, passing on the technique is a process of using that color to tint another person's memories. Yes, the technique has the power to decide victory. But in my opinion, the capacity to add color to someone's memories is where the true value lies. You are fated to live a far longer life than me, Citlali. I couldn't bear the thought of all those years existing as a blank canvas in your memory. So I wanted to leave a little color behind.
Your color, you mean?
One day, you too will want to leave behind your color in someone else's memory. When that day comes, you will understand my decision.
If you still need time, let me choose to remember you first.
I have to get out of here. That's the only way to rescue them.
Citlali, what are you...
I understand the true principle of this technique now. If I can't construct an exit, then I will separate this color from my memories by force.
But you could lose a portion of your memories that way.
I know, but my memory is just a blank canvas I've neglected for 200 years. My friends are worth the risk.
I have to find her.
Traveler?
When you entered the realm of memory I constructed, I used your memories to learn about your recent experiences. I have a feeling you're the one who will be saved this time. After 200 years, someone has appeared by your side, the kind of person I could have never anticipated. The Night Kingdom harbors Natlan's memories, and the Traveler's connection to that realm is incredibly strong, surpassing even the shamans who worship the Lord of the Night. This means that even without your tutelage, she can see the color of memories.
What did you say?
Although she doesn't know how to wield it, she unknowingly left behind a trace of color in your memories. That was enough to guide her to this space. You now have a connection at your disposal. Well, Citlali, it looks like part of this was foreshadowed, but the rest is a surprise.
Traveler? Traveler!
That's Citlali's voice! She's just up ahead!
This is goodbye, my friend. Your memories over the past 200 years are much more than a blank canvas. Cherish them.
Wheat ceiling.
Citlali!
Paimon! Traveler!
We finally found you. Let's find a way to get out of here.
Hold my hand.
Hand holding. Already? Okay. Barely touching fingertips, maybe. At the most.
Did we teleport out? Man, that place was so... Whoa,
Explosive.
we made it out just in time.
Yes, a very explosive place.
Wonder what happened to the Fatui guy and the others.
He was most likely trapped inside that space, just like us. The external structures supporting that space would have collapsed with the ruin. Unless he managed to escape, he would have been crushed.
He still preferred that to being caught, huh?
What about the Fontanians? Well, one of them is cowering right beside us.
They were standing a bit further away, right? They probably weren't pulled into the space. Maybe they already made a run for it.
Hello.
It's one of Maluson's employees! Quick, restrain him!
Oh, I can explain. I had no idea Malusan was such a terrible person. I couldn't stop him from running, so I stayed behind and tried to find people to help rescue you. I'm so glad you managed to get out of there.
Either way, the guards will take you back to the tribe. You'll be their problem.
I understand.
Anyway, I'm not here to harp on you. I just need to know one thing. Which way did he run?
He went that way, but I'm not sure if you can catch up.
Oh, she will.
That way? Unless he suddenly grows a pair of wings, I think we're okay. Traveler, Paimon, come with me.
Time to chase that guy down.
Hey, it's Elder Tlapo and a group of Ictomisaurs! They caught Maluson!
Something felt off about him yesterday, so I set a few things in motion. Looks like it's time for that foreshadowing to pay off.
My bank balance! No! No!
A nightmare.
What's wrong with him?
That's one of the tricks Claw uses to scare people. He makes people hallucinate the thing that scares them most. It's particularly effective on weak-minded people like him.
Serves him right!
I know, it was a lot to ask, making you come all the way out here during the day.
Was that a declaration? Elder Tlapo didn't appoint us to a whole other task, did he?
Forget about him for now. The Ictomisaurs will make sure Montluçon doesn't escape before the guards arrive. In the meantime, we have unfinished business, remember?
Right, the special scroll! But the die is buried underneath a bunch of rubble now!
Don't worry, Witzeline's technique hasn't been lost at all. Come with me, I'll explain everything at my house. Oh, and Traveler? Everything you said about memory, I finally figured out my answer. I knew you'd want to tag along. Let's go.
Let's take our bird for a walk.
My bank balance.
Truly a nightmare. There really is no close teleport for that.
Now, when it comes to weaving the scroll itself, you don't actually need to lift a finger. But if we're going to pass on Wheatsealing's technique, your participation is critical.
What are you saying, Seat Lolly?
Follow me.
I have been following you for a while now.
Whoa, look at this place. Do you weave scrolls too?
Scrolls. Scrolls? I thought you were going to show me your masterpiece.
That I am, old friend. The technique I'm about to show you directly relates to woven scrolls.
Fine. What is it? Something that can turn the tide of war or prevent a great disaster? You probably want to challenge me, right? I know you don't have the strength for a real fight, so I'll let you beat me with words.
Old friend, my life is nearing its end. I'm afraid I don't have time for another match.
Hey.
Don't worry. I trust in the belief of our tribe that death is not the end, but the beginning of a new existence in the Night Kingdom, where everything is made of memories. So, do you know why our ancestors insisted on using colorful, woven scrolls to record our history?
Because they are pretty.
Because history is the memory of a people.
I guess that as well.
We give our scrolls an orange hue, so the dead can still feel the warmth of the setting sun. We decorate them with kernels of grain fruit, so the dead can still enjoy the abundance of our harvests.
I know that, but something this important? Why entrust it to me and not one of your students?
As your friend, I admit, I'm being a bit selfish. I don't have long, Sitali. I'm not sure I can truly explain my decision. But I know you will understand one day. For now, will you accept my final request?
Just this once.
But only because it's your final one, okay?
I understand now, Wheatsealing. Just like you said I would. Claw, help me move this outside. I'm going to color it. Traveler, Paimon, come with me.
We are like birds,
soaring through the horizons of time.
I linger between brushes of memory, seeking the color of my final journey. When I get there, may there be feathers to paint the sky, shades of rose. and fields of green to beckon adventurous souls. And azure oceans with which to sail into the unknown. And volcanoes too, where, despite the danger, hidden treasure waits to be found. And graffiti art, of course. Without that color, just imagine the dullness of night.
Anything else?
In the end, I hope everyone remembers my color too.
In the end, I hope everyone remembers your color too. All in all, it was just a technique for coloring a scroll.
The task I'm entrusting to you is much more than that. Farewell, my friend.
That's the true duty. That way they are not lost to piles of black and white text.
I knew you would understand.
Didn't expect Traveler to say something during that. I wasn't ready to voice.
This is the special scroll. How did you know how to weave it, Seat Lolly?
Remember the gift from the spirits?
Hold on. You've lived for more than 200 years. You know how to weave the special scroll. That must mean you're the one behind the gifts from the spirits.
Oh, well, it's not like I wanted to interact with the appointed. So whenever I delivered the scroll, I used illusions to confuse them. The fact that it turned into some kind of divine intervention is because no one was skilled enough to see through my tricks.
Why not just tell them?
You've carried the duty alone for all these years? Even if you don't like interacting with people, why not teach someone else how to do it?
Traveler, you can see the special color, right?
Yep.
The essence of that color is memory. That means completing the special scroll is a process of searching for color within your memories.
Also, nice painting of me. At my greatest moment yet.
Passing the technique on to someone means sharing your memories with them. You need to leave traces of your color in their memory, and they must do the same. Even though I only confirmed that today, I've had suspicions for a long time. And, well, ever since Sweet Celine died, I haven't wanted to form that kind of connection with people.
Oh, yeah.
It was her final wish, so I kind of resigned myself to taking on the burden forever. After all, I have all the time in the world. But Claw never stopped appointing new candidates to weave the scroll, despite knowing exactly how I felt about the situation.
You mean he never stopped trying to find new friends for you?
I knew exactly what he was doing. And yeah, if I ever did share my memories with someone, I guess that person would be a friend. But it never got to that point. This time, though, you win, Claw.
Wait, the owls have hands? Yeah, okay. I also never noticed. That's not very owl of you.
Take this. I guess it's my response to what you told me the other night.
Handkerchief.
What is it?
If I had to choose my color, it would be the color of this handkerchief. Countless people exist in my memories, and I know one day that will be my fate too. A memory living on in someone else's head. Since you have a long lifespan, you're the perfect candidate to bear this memory and carry my color in your mind.
Does this mean I'm officially your friend?
Just keep it safe. And you better not forget my color when I'm gone.
Whoa. It's a little early to talk about death, don't you think? It's only been a few seconds since we made the friendship official.
Isn't that what friends are for?
Okay, this is a serious commitment. Well, Lolly, if the Traveler's going to leave their color in your mind too, it'll probably be gold, right?
Actually, their mark is already there. Remember the mind reading effect I couldn't fix? Well, I finally got to the bottom of it. Sharing senses allows communication to occur between the consciousness of different people. Naturally, memories are also involved in that process. Although I didn't know it at the time, we both have the ability to see the color of memory, which means that when I shared my senses with you, a connection was created between our memories.
It will remain forever.
And that connection is what caused my original spell to go haywire.
So, you can hear the Traveler's thoughts because you left traces of color in each other's memories? And that's why the Traveler could hear your thoughts too, because it works both ways, right?
Quick thinking, but only those trained in the mystic arts can maintain that level of connection. That's why I can still hear the Traveler's thoughts, but not the other way around. There's no need to worry, though. Now that I've figured out how it works, I'll get rid of it in no time.
Forever, in quotation marks.
Oh.
I lied. Hearing each other's thoughts actually depends on the strength of the connection between our memories.
And it seems that connection has grown stronger.
So, after everything we just went through, I bet you can hear me again.
Gasp!
I knew it.
So, is there a way to stop it?
Since the connection between our memories is already there, the only way to get rid of the effect is for one of us to forget about the other.
Well, I guess that's not an option.
Just messing with you. I'm a legendary shaman of my tribe. Now that I know the cause, of course I can figure out how to fix it.
Meanwhile, Paimon, completely confused, left out of the conversation.
It'll probably take some time though, so bear with me for now.
And also disappointed.
Besides, I'm an open book. It's not like you're gonna hear anything embarrassing. Unless I've had a few drinks.
Paimon, please. Oh. So you can turn it off. That's a shame.
A shame? I mean, if you ever miss this whole telepathy mess, I could always share my senses with you again. No promises, though. Some thoughts are better kept to yourself.
Huh?
Hey, we got the scroll and the tiny scroll. Legend inscribed woven scroll. A woven scroll that Citlali helped you complete. It chronicles the legendary battle you undertook to become a hero of Natlan. Citlali's handkerchief. A handkerchief that Citlali gave you as a gift. May its color ever stay in your memory. As a present and as a promise. Got your towel. Now we can go to the hot springs again. Wait until 8 the next day. May you never use it as a handkerchief. Well, we do, and we better wash it afterwards.
Ah, you did it? Your investigation into the Battle of Seven Colors must have been fruitful indeed. I do hope you share what you learned.
You can take a look at my towel.
Wow, the scroll is finished already.
Elder Talapo's wisdom is never wrong.
Yeah, we should explain. Take it away, Traveler.
You share everything you learned about the special color.
I see.
You don't look surprised at all.
It makes perfect sense. History is the memory of a people. If we want to depict it, a dye derived from people's memories is, of course, the best choice. Now, it's just a matter of preserving this secret technique. From your description, it sounds like learning the technique requires the previous holder to share their memories.
Well, yeah.
In that case, I must work with our priests to reinvent the technique based on the principles you described. After all, memories are precious things, meant to be shared with those closest to us. I cannot take that choice away from you, Traveler. You completed your task admirably. Finding a way to carry on that legacy is now our duty.
Alright, we'll leave that to you.
Good luck with that.
And please pass along my thanks to Granny Eastly. We interrogated the Fontanian merchant she apprehended, and it turns out he's the reason some among our tribe started to question our history.
So there was never any question about whether that war actually happened in the first place.
He hired people to spread misinformation about the Battle of Seven Colors. The recent friction within the tribe is entirely his doing. We now have a record of his crimes, and will begin working with Fontaine authorities in a few days.
So he was behind the controversy in the first place. Guess it's easier to investigate when people are already questioning something. Anyway, that clears it up. People don't just question their history out of nowhere.
Thank you, Biram. We'll be on our way.
Until we meet again.
Ah, Natlan's victory against the Abyss. Very fitting for a scroll like this.
I wonder how long until Elder Talapo chooses the next appointed.
Speaking of Elder Talapo, I heard he went missing yesterday. Do you know what happened?
Birds sometimes just have to leave.
Elder Talapo works in mysterious ways. The meaning of his departure will become clear in time, but for now, we cannot hope to fathom it.
Or try to explain it away. That's not what I wanted to do. Just want to teleport. Can I find where Citlali was? Yes. Hi. Sorry to interrupt.
You told him everything, right?
Yep, we left out the part about your contribution, but it kinda seemed like Chief Biram saw through us.
You could have just said it was a gift from the spirits.
Yeah, but Chief Biram deserved something in return for his hard work.
I guess he is different from the previous chiefs. But if he figures out it was me all these years, I'm in for a world of trouble.
Huh, there you are. I've been looking everywhere for you.
Oh, it's the other Fontanian researcher. He wasn't taken away with his boss?
Please, call me Allier. After questioning, the tribe absolved me of any serious wrongdoing, so here I am. I'll be heading back to Fontaine soon. No employer means no funding, after all. But I wanted to finish my investigation first. I'd like to ask some questions about Huitziline. I want people outside of Natlan to hear her story, but my understanding still has some holes.
Questions? Huh! Why should I let an Outlander tell our stories?
Don't misunderstand. I have no intention of twisting your history or using it to make a profit. It's just honest curiosity, I assure you. I believe amazing stories deserve to be shared with the world. Culture thrives through dialogue and exchange.
He does have a point.
All right, you can ask your questions, but be quick. I have important plans after this.
Important plans?
Like drinking and reading light novels.
Oh, thank you very much.
And then there was explaining.
Another day, another drained social battery.
We should probably get going then.
Hold on. You owe me a pair of books.
Oh, that! When it comes to light novels, your memory is like a steel trap, huh?
Books that rare will take some time to find.
You're telling me. Yeah, it's not gonna be easy. You might need to go to Yai Publishing House in person.
We have connections.
But I don't need them right away. Just don't forget, okay?
Of course! We'll get them sent to you as soon as we can!
Sent to me? Nuh-uh. I don't want a stranger knocking on my door when I'm hungover. Here, just take this.
The key to your home.
And this is?
The key to her home.
The key to my house. Don't bother knocking next time. You'll disturb my sleep.
So we can't just come in, even though you're sleeping. Sure, fine. Citlali's handkerchief and key. The key given to you by Citlali so that you won't wake me up by beating on my door while I'm drunk. You carefully place it alongside the handkerchief she gave you. After all, you've collected so many keys in the past, so this one needs to have a special mark to stand out. Yeah, I sure do have lots of those. Hey! I hope that my colors may abide in your memory. Always. We're gonna check that out real quick, but first... just double checking that I'm also halfway done with this one. And not nearly as far as I need to be. Haha, halfway, not even. Okay. I have work to do with these reputations, I see. It was this place, right? Now that it's no longer on the map. Or was it this place? It was this place. Okay. There's also a new teleport point close by. And I did want to check out where that leads. So that's probably gonna be the last thing we do today. Look at all her stuffed animals. And not throw over all her pots. Of potions, I guess. Is there any reason to come in here? Aside from listening to this music that probably only plays here. No books to steal or anything. Lots of unpacked deliveries. Unpacked would just be packed. Now, how do I get to that teleport point? It's down, and it's in a cave somewhere. There's a lot of chests. See for yourself. It's only the hottest, most thrilling new thing. What now? Oh! A foreign guest. I guess arriving at the right time is better than being early. I just set this stall up today, and here you are. What fantastic luck! You do have pretty good luck. Oh, no, dear guest. I'm not talking about my luck, but yours. Our luck. Indeed. Not everyone gets a chance to take the most ancient trial on the huge jade heights. The Painted Stone Challenge. Pick a chest. Any chest. This is a trial left behind by the legendary hero of the Masters of the Night Wind, Valen Yodaken, designed to train the memory of our tribe's people and their ability to perceive color. What if I'm colorblind? Wait, was there ever such a hero from the Masters of the Night Wind? Why, the tribe has a long and profound history. How could you outsiders hope to know all of it, eh? But you're not from the Masters of the Night Wind, are you? Well now. What does a legendary hero's trial have to do with which tribe I'm from? The 6 major tribes were established so long ago. Surely it is high time the barriers between them went down. Anyway, lucky traveler from afar, why don't you listen in on the rules of the Painted Stone Challenge? To be honest, the rewards I prepared are so generous it gives me conniptions. Really? Still sounds fishy, but there's no harm in listening. What do you think? You'll hear it no matter what I say. Come on, a good adventurer should never pass up a chance for extra rewards. Then allow me, the heir of the hero Valikan, to explain the rules to you. The name has changed. Yes, Paimon. Changed? No. It was always the same name. Ah, you foreigners just have trouble remembering the mighty names of our ancient heroes. But that's okay. Anyway, here's how the rules work. When the challenge begins, the Tomisaur next to me will create different colored stones on the empty platform, which will disappear shortly. What you must do is use the hued Monitou to grant color that corresponds to the stones on each platform. As long as the color match, you pass the stage. So, this is actually a memory game. How about it? Pretty simple, right? That doesn't sound very difficult. Plus, there's 2 of us, so it's just remembering a couple of colors. Yes. Oh, isn't today your lucky day? But it's also an unlucky day. For my wallet! So then, if you wish to play. It'll cost you 500 mora to take part. So much money. What, you still want mora for this? But what you don't know, dear guest, is that the trials of our heroes have been passed down through the generations and have required much expenditure to maintain. Such tremendous efforts are beyond the ken of outsiders. Besides, compared with the final reward, 500 mora is a drop in the bucket. It's more like a barrier to entry, testing a challenger's sincerity in wanting to experience the trial. If anyone gets here with less than 500 mora, I'm very sorry for you. Okay, well, Paimon's gonna fork up the fee. You won, but you gotta win. Oh, Paimon's just gonna pay, so I don't even need any of mine. Okay then, you two, shall we get things started? Let's do this. Ah yes, how wonderful, how exciting. The Painted Stone Challenge welcomes its newest challenger. Let the games begin. Yellow. Blue. Red. Wow, I wonder what the middle rock will be. So, have you prepared your answers? Now then, as for the stones mentioned in the quiz before, what colors were they? Well, are you ready with round one's answers? I'm done. Okay, let's see about your results, shall we? Wow. No sweat. Correct. Make it harder. My, how quick-witted you are, dear guest. This test is too easy, too basic for you. But as you can see, there's still a little bit to go before your final reward. How about it? Do you want to keep going? In any case, it's 500 mora to play. Such memory, much information. Let's keep going. We've got more than enough to cover the fee. Thank you for your patronage then. Alright, alright. Now then, round 2 of the Painted Stone Challenge. A tougher challenge to be sure. What will the results be? Would you like to begin? Wonderful. Such excitement. Come then, traveler from afar. Dear esteemed guest, can you pass the test this time around? This way, please. 4. Wow. Blue, yellow, red, red. Oh, there were more stones, I imagine. Now, what color were they? Well then. It's done. Okay, let's see about your results, shall we? Amazing! The second stage couldn't even slow you. And now, 100 stones. You had to memorize the color of the exact stone. You guessed them all correctly without hesitation. You might be from a foreign land, but you really are an incredible hero. And now, we've reached this stage at last. If you can answer this final question and clear the final stage, I mean, the final trial, and the reward will be yours. How about it? Would you like to keep going? Here's your mora. And indeed it is. Thank you for your patronage. Round 3 of the Painted Stone Challenge, my foreign guests. In the final test, and a tremendously exciting one at that, shall we begin now? Wonderful! Wonderful. That's not 100. Red. Nothing. Yellow, blue, nothing. Red. Yellow. Blue. Aha! So the final trial. Sometimes the most dangerous moments come precisely when you're closest to victory. Well, are you ready for the final round? It's done. Okay, let's see about your results, shall we? Shocking. What a shame, dear guest. You almost got it. Huh? Oh, that's orange. Wait, that can't be. Our answer was correct. I'm unsure of it. Ah, well, doesn't everyone who get it wrong think so too? That's normal. Absolutely normal. The final test's difficulty is different from the others though. This is the final test, sure, but it looks easy enough. Ask yourself this, my little flying guest. Did you not think this way even if at once? Maybe. And there's the rub. This is a hero's trial, mind you. There's no way I could let you breeze past it that easily. That's fine. Let more try. So then, your second try of the final trial, shall we? Do be careful this time. Red. There was some text. I'm assuming I'm supposed to Iktomi-san. Can I take red and yellow at the same time? I can. Okay. Challenge failed? Oh, because that one's purple now. Uh-huh. Sure. Ah, what a terrible shame, isn't it? To feel as if you've gotten it instantly, but somehow failed at the end, no matter what you do. But this is also a part of a hero's trial. Go on then, dear foreign guest. Would you like to continue? That said, it's 500 more I popped. Don't forget about that. Let's do this. Orange. Green. Red. Yellow. Blue. So the final trial. Sometimes the most dangerous moment comes precisely when you're closest to victory. How are you cheating now? Was that one purple after all? Oh, you. Okay, so this is undoable without me using the bird. Huh.
I'll keep this close.
Well, at least some money back. Oh, it's exhausted. No, no. The bird is cheating, but every time I use it, it's becoming more exhausted. Ah, what a terrible shame, isn't it? To feel as if you've gotten it instantly. Cuckoo. Blue, orange, blue, red, yellow. So I can't take over a bird or anything. Key found by the painted stone challenge podium. Uh-huh. 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 Hey, key to this cage wouldn't happen to be the one we found earlier, would it? I'll take your mushroom too. No more cheating now. But okay, this was an observation challenge, but not to look at the rocks. So, red, blue, green, yellow. No. No. Can I undo? Good. What else do I need to do then? What more is there? Thank you. Phew, I'm finally out. And how's those two foreign guests going to realize that this whole thing is a scam? Ah, it's just happened so many times. This hustler Mahmoud keeps using me to scam people. But my child is locked up in there. If I could just stage a rescue. Hey, the door has been opened. Really? When was that? Huh. Was it when those two foreigners approached a while back? Right. I know what to do. That lying liar who lies shall receive well-deserved punishment. Just keep playing that game. That sneaky swindler is going to taste utter defeat this time. There we go. One more time. Purple, yellow, blue, red, yellow. It's done. Okay, let's see about your results. Huh? Wait, what's going on? Damn it, you bloody Ictomisaur, you... Don't you care about your own child anymore? We realized something was up, and we've already saved the little Ictomisaur. So this trial's a scam. And he thought that we had two fattened Outlander sheep waltzing in, but no, you're just scoundrels here to ruin everything. Alright, I'm sorry. Give our Mora back. Yeah, it was 500 Mora each time, and you scammed Paimon so many times. Alright. Here, you two. Take this. This should be enough, right? Mr. or Miss Saurian, let's talk this through, shall we? Look, I provided your child with a safe place, gave it food and water. Aren't you going to show even a little gratitude? Mouthing off at a time like this, huh? Tiny hands. No, please! The Ictomisaur flaps its wings, sending frigid air swirling around the scammer who had trapped its child. Soon the swindler Mamul is forced to flee under the threat of razor-sharp saurian claws. After that, the Ictomisaur bows in thanks before departing. Youngling in tow. This guy kept scamming Paimon for all that Mora. Over and over again. Serves him, right?
A reward on the road.
Where's the entrance I'm looking for? Here's a cave. Is that it? Why would he put stuff in that last chest if he knew nobody will get it? He was just using it as storage, maybe. Oh wait, this is where that one event was happening. Is this gonna lead anywhere? Oh yeah, no, there's an opening here. That wasn't here before. Leading to a new boss arena. Very ominously. What are you painting there? Who are you? What's your name? Wayward Hermetic Spirit Speaker. A priestess of the Masters of the Nightwind, who lives in solitude away from her tribe. Her spirit-speaking powers overshadow those of ordinary priests and shamans.
If you insist on putting yourself to the test, then tested you shall be.
Sequestered Priestess. The Wayward Hermetic Spirit Speaker will summon identical radiant reflections and hide amongst them. Destroy all the radiant reflections' elemental wards during this time to reveal and weaken the real body. Additionally, Tomisaurs and Masters of the Nightwind characters can hold their aim over radiant reflections to pause their movement for a short time.
Right here! Drilling down! Hold the line!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night into the wind.
Covenants of the Deep!
Okay, the reflections are ice. Use fire. Don't lose fire.
One with nature.
Right here! Get back!
As one with wind and cloud.
This is not going well, I will argue.
Hold the line! Torrent, bring refuge! Let's move out. Right here. A Brashman uphill battle. Rest and rebuild. Right here. I'm fine. Clear the area.
Okay, Traveler's elemental skill doesn't last long in its current state, which is not helping. Like, she does good damage against those reflections when she's actually using fire. But it
Clouds high. The birds call. The wind knows me.
doesn't last long enough to actually make a difference. So I guess I should combine it with wind then. Here she comes.
This is the end.
Might also just die there.
Allow me. Billowing surge. Drilling down.
One with nature. So many regrets.
Almost like these things are at level 103.
Right here. Ow! Rest and rebuild. Torrent, bring refuge.
Emetic as in water type. Yeah, water's not doing that. Oh.
Hold the line. Shabam! Clear the area!
Oh, we're winning, slowly but surely.
Rest and rebuild. Right here.
But she does do like half my life bar with any weird attack.
Covenant of the Deep.
The wind knows me. It's fine.
Right here. I'm fine.
I don't think you are fine.
Let's move out.
Nobody's fine.
Rest and rebuild. Torrent, bring refuge.
Look at me heal everybody.
Let's move out.
Falling leaves, adorn my night into the wind.
Get back. Hold the line.
Just get out of here.
Consider your strength acknowledged.
That was a fight. Didn't need to be that difficult. Yeah, sure. Talisman of the Enigmatical Land. A talisman that somehow appeared in your inventory after you passed the Wayward Hermetic Spirit Speaker's test. In some records kept by the Masters of the Nightwind, priests masterful in spirit speaking can use meditation to pass their consciousness through the light and shadow it reflects off obsidian, thus reaching the enigmatic underground realm that only the dead may enter. This deed is, however, perilous, and priests who perform it must often wear such talismans to guard their souls from being lost in that mysterious land. However, this talisman's symbolic value far outstrips its real effects. Perhaps the hermit priests who grant this to a warrior who passed the test only does so as a simple blessing.
If you insist on putting your
Wow, really? You're already back. Bit very fast. Almost too fast.
The doctor will see you now.
Is this team gonna fare any better?
A bitter pill to swallow.
I mean, it actually has some firepower.
Nice and spicy. Hey. La la la. Gee, you're picking on me.
But certainly takes damage also.
Mind the side effects.
The Temple of Wisdom. I see everything. Boba, get them. Everyone hold hands. The doctor will see you now.
Wow, okay. That really did a lot of damage.
Taking a turn for the better. Mind the side effects.
Race you! Sharing my knowledge.
Well, she's nicely burning, so that's good.
This is nothing.
Nice and spicy.
Mind the side effects.
Everyone hold hands.
Oh, everybody's just dying instantly though.
Yeah.
The doctor will see you now.
Seems like an emergency. Mind the side effects.
Fine, fine, go! The doctor will see.
Remember, health comes first. A bitter pill to swallow.
Bubba, get them! Race you! Jumpy Dumpty go!
The A is a dot, got it?
Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
Still 10 seconds. Bad place to stand.
This is nothing.
Nice and spicy! Fine, fine, go!
Seems like an emergency.
Instantly dead again, huh? Doesn't matter.
Consider your strength acknowledged.
This is a fun fight, but dangerous. Very dangerous. Let's get out of here before she respawns again. And that's all for today. Next time on Genshin Impact. Something we haven't done in a while. Because for some reason those things don't really exist in Natlan. It's time for a character story quest. All the other characters kinda got roped into these tribal quests. But Mavuika isn't really part of any tribe anymore, so she actually gets a full-on quest for herself. I know, big surprise. Haven't done one of these in a while.
Dodoko, where are you?
Phlogiston engraving is quite the deep field of study.
Wherever Dodoko may went, and whatever phlogiston engravings may entail. Next time. It's time to ride a motorcycle. Real good. Until then. Bye-bye. Thanks for the lack of trust towards the people with facial hair. Somehow, that rule seems to be holding up quite well.
Explosions can hurt
Shocking,
people.
I would say.
Dreadful. Mondstadt be bombed, Klee be doomed. Those are the survival rules that the Knights of Favonius gave me.